everybody. Oh, am I losing my live? Let's see. Oh, no, it looks like it's working. Okay. Maybe? Okay. Hi, everybody. I'm Christy Forsyth with Clarity by Christy. I am a soul therapist and an intuitive that connects with the angelic energy, and I help the helpers, the light bringers, and the soulpreneurs of this world to live their most magical life. And today we are going to dive into what you can expect this week with the collective energy, with the energy that all of us are feeling, and how we can best navigate that. So we're going to talk about the energy. We are going to pull some tarot cards to help elaborate on that. So first of all, I want to talk about, hi Megan, thanks for watching. I want to talk about a class that I have coming up tomorrow. It is an experiential class, really, and it's going to be, I've shared it on my wall with Dr. Marta Canfield. She's an incredible holistic doctor, and we are going to be diving into the process of change. I'm going to be talking about change a lot here today, so that's why I want to highlight that class. It is available for those of you that are local. It's going to be available at her office. You'll find it here on my Facebook wall, and it also is going to be available online. So make sure that you get yourself registered for that as soon as possible so that we can plan for you if you want to attend. My part in that is we're going to be talking about how to make changes in your life. How do you make a change? And so she is going to be spending some time talking about that, and then I'm going to be facilitating a hypnosis for change. So you're going to get to focus on the change that you want to make, and we're going to do some suggestions for helping you to make that change in your life, because hypnosis is one of the greatest tools that I know for helping people to make the changes that they want to make. So join us if you can. We would love to have you join us. Again, I have that posted on my wall and in my story. So I want to talk about this energy because it very much is about us needing to take care of ourselves, but also us needing to make some changes in our lives. And this really has been the theme for a little bit now. We've been in such a period of kind of hibernation and feeling like we are needing to withdraw a little bit, feeling like we're needing to be in our own energy a little bit. And if you've been honoring that, I think that this has been really good. We've needed to process some things, reflect on some things, to take care of ourselves. And I feel like still, a lot is kind of coming to a head this week. There's a lot of emotional stuff going on. There's a lot of things that people are dealing with, and we're just needing to bump it up a little bit more. So I want to talk about self-care and taking that to the extreme and all of these things, because it's so important right now for us to do that. And I want you to think about when you are on an airplane and they talk about the little air things that pop down, right? And they say to make sure that you do yours first. And that really is this concept this week of we need to make sure that before we're putting it on anybody else, before we're giving our time and our energy and ourselves to somebody else, that we need to be making sure that we are taking care of ourselves. So that is going to be really important for us. And for those of you, so many of us are givers, right? And we tend to put other people in front of ourselves. So I want you to think about that concept also of that you can't pour from an empty cup, you know? You can't give what you don't have. And this is really about us filling our cups back up, recharging a little bit, and getting ourselves back into balance. And so I found myself in this process of doing this, and simultaneously what's going on with the universal energy is we need to be taking action. We need to be taking care of stuff. We need to be getting stuff done. And this really kind of comes together because a lot of the things that we need to be getting done are those little things to be taking care of ourselves. We are taking the reins back on our lives. And it's like, through these little things that we're adding in or that we're taking out of our lives, depending on what we need, we're starting to take the reins back on our lives. We're starting to take inspired action. And it's amazing how it's funny. You wouldn't think that, you know, if you, for example, were to start to make your bed every single day, that would impact your work or how successful you are through your day. But it absolutely can. And it's little things like that that I'm talking about that we really need to be starting to do, that we really need to be starting to pay attention to. Now, what I want you to think about is those things that you know that you need to do for yourself, those things that you really know help you or you feel intuitively would help you, but you also don't feel like doing them. okay? So it's those kind of things. Like I'll give you the example of, so I went to this charity workout event on Sunday, and it was a really different workout that I'm used to. It was a great workout. This is a shout out to Heather Mayo at New York Sport and Fitness. It was an incredible workout. So many people came, but I hurt in places that I didn't expect to hurt, and specifically my feet. I didn't know that my feet could be this sore, right? So I went and pushed through my workout yesterday, but I've really been trying to stay committed to my workouts and really making sure that I'm getting those in there. So this morning I sat there and I was just making so many excuses about why I didn't want to go. My feet are cramping up, they hurt, I didn't want to put my feet on the pedals. I thought that that was really going to hurt because I wanted to go to spinning class this morning, and I was having an emotional morning and I just didn't feel like it. And that's the thing, is like, so many of these things that are good for us that we know we need to be doing, we just don't feel like doing, okay? And so I'm here to say, do them anyway, because this is an important part of extreme self-care. It's like you have to push yourself further. You have to do it anyway. And so I really didn't want to go, and tried to make excuses for myself the entire way out the door, but I still went. And quite frankly, the pedals on the spinning bike actually stretched out my feet, and I could actually walk like a normal human for an hour after class. So that was really helpful. And it was a really challenging class too, but I felt really good about the fact that I went, and I feel like overall it just helps me to feel more balanced. It helps my energy to feel more cleared, and I feel better. So it's stuff like that that we need to be incorporating into our day. If you are feeling guilty about stuff that you know that you're supposed to be doing, but you're not doing them, this is a really good time for you to consciously choose to do that. One of the strategies that I've been using for that has actually been the 5-second rule, for those of you who are familiar with that book by Mel Robbins. It is such a helpful tool, and really at the root of it, it's basically you count 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go. And you just even if you don't feel like doing it, you just do it. And it really helps your brain to bypass fear. It helps you to redirect yourself. She suggests that you start by doing that to get yourself out of bed in the morning. So rather than lay there and say, oh, I don't really feel like getting up, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and you launch yourself out of bed. So that is the technique. I do recommend that book. I think it's a great book. A lot of people have read it already. I just never have until now, and I absolutely am finding it to be incredibly helpful for making little changes like that and for staying focused. So things like that. And then the other thing that I'm doing, and that I recommend you guys do, is just to be conscious, to be more conscious of what you're doing. So many times we are just on autopilot. How many times are you checking your Facebook? How many times are you checking your Instagram? I've been really making a conscious effort to do significantly less of that, even though so much of my business is based online, right? And so I've been making a conscious effort to do less of that. And so when I catch myself kind of automatically going to that, redirecting myself, asking myself, what do I really need to be doing right now? What would be a better task for me to focus on? What would be a better thing for me to be doing? And so doing those things that you know would be helpful for you, that maybe you don't necessarily feel like doing, you're not always going to feel like doing stuff, but you know is helpful for your overall self-care. Even stuff like, I've been bumping up my I always wash my face and things like that, right? But I've been just bumping up my skincare routine at night, and I'm finding that I actually am starting to really look forward to it, and I feel really good about it, and my face feels really good, and all of that stuff. So just these little things kind of work together and help us to feel better. So any of those things that we need to be doing right now, focusing on those, and then allowing yourself to spend some more time in your own energy and things like that. Or if part of your self-care is to spend time with friends or to get out and about and to do fun things, make sure that you're doing those things too. Make sure that you are going to bed earlier. Whatever it is that you need, whatever it is working for you. I would love to hear from you guys below some little changes that you're willing to commit to yourself today that you're willing to do. I would love to hear from you. And I would love to hear from you guys. Just say hi in comments as well, whether you're watching live or on the replay. So let's make sure that we are practicing extreme self-care, that we are asking ourselves minute to minute, what do I need right now? What do I want to what would be the best use of my time and my energy right now, and making sure that we follow through with those immediately. That's going to help us to be more successful with creating the changes. So let's dive into the cards that we have going on. So first we have this Queen of Earth reverse. Okay, so the Queen of Earth reverse is really about us maybe being a little too focused on things that we aren't benefiting from, you know? So rather than focusing on something that is a time waster, putting your time and your energy into the people that matter the most to you, putting time and energy into that, making sure that you are asking yourself, what are my priorities? What's most important to me? And am I putting my time and energy into that? And if the answer to that is no, and chances are there are many times throughout your day that that answer is no, how am I going to change it? And then making that commitment to make those changes, okay? We need to reconnect with how we're using our time and our energy right now. And you're going to feel better when you're doing these things that you know you need to do. And then we have the Four of Fire. And the Four of Fire is about happiness, contentment, peace. And I don't necessarily, there's a little bit of this energy, but I feel like the energy, like you can see there's four, right? It's like, I feel like the energy is a little bit kind of within our four walls. We're going to find our happy place. You know, I keep saying I've been in a bubble. I've been putting myself in a bubble a little bit and staying home more, and just finding comfort and peace, and focusing on me and focusing on taking care of me. And I really feel like this is where we're going to find comfort and peace through this. But again, we also need to be taking those reins back on our lives while we are within those four walls, or while we are inside of our bubble. The next card that we have here is the Hermit card. No surprise that this is showing up, okay? Because this is about pulling away, taking space in order to allow yourself to spiritually connect, to connect with answers, to take time to meditate, whatever it is that allows you to make those spiritual connections. So this is not about sitting on the couch watching TV. That's not what the Hermit energy is, like ignoring all of your friends and sitting on the couch watching TV. No, this is about taking that time and space to be spiritual, to grow yourself, to read a self-help book, or to do something for your self-care. So this is really about purposeful time away from other people's energy, okay? And then we have the Strength card upright. So the Strength card upright is just reminding you that you are way stronger than you think you are. And I do feel like what we're doing here through this process of both taking space and taking back the reins is finding our strength, empowering ourselves, filling ourselves back up to prepare us so that we can continue to follow along this momentum of energy that we are creating for ourselves. Because when we are creating these little changes for ourselves, they are going to turn into other changes. I promise you, other bigger changes that are outside of those four walls, outside of our little bubble. And this is where some really cool opportunities can come, and it's going to help to create a powerful momentum for us, okay? And then we have the Nine of Earth reverse, okay? Nine of Earth reverse is, this is us kind of maybe being a little too comfortable, a little too ego focused, a little too indulgent. You know, where have we been too indulgent? Where have we been enjoying the little luxuries in life to the point that it's impacting us in a negative way? You know, can we eat something healthier rather than, you know, spending our entire day eating sweets and things like that? You know, where can you find that nice balance? Where can you make better choices for yourself? So it's okay to enjoy the luxuries in life, but at the same time, you don't want to do that to the detriment of your health, of your well-being, of your happiness, of your peace. So just thinking about where you need to make some adjustments there for yourself. And then we have finally the Queen of Water upright. Okay, so this is an opportunity. This is an energy of deepening within relationships moving up to a new level. This is a deepening of our intuition. This is us being in flow with our intuition. This is us just learning how to go with the flow. And I do feel like through this process we are. And I think as we get into flow, we're more aware of things that we need to change, things that we need to be working on, actions that we need to take, and then we take those, and then we continue to flow with what's next for us and what's showing up for us. So those are your messages for this week. Those are your cards for this week. I would love to hear from you guys in comments below what you're willing to commit to change this week. And if you like this video, make sure you hit that like button, and it's really helpful to me when you guys share the videos or tag friends below. Thank you guys so much. If you want to learn more about me or about Clarity, you can check me out at discoveryourawakening.com. I'll see you guys soon with another video. Oh, and all of my tarot scopes are up on my YouTube channel as well. Check those out. Thanks, guys. Bye.